Have you ever wondered how to make professional screenshots for either your blog post, your ebook, your guide, or whatever product you are creating, especially a text content that you are creating, where you can show people things like this? You can screenshot a particular area to explain your point visually, or you want to send something to somebody and you do not want to make too much explanation. You just want to highlight and point out particular areas that you are talking about. Like here, you can point something like this, point like this, and all that. Or you want to make a blog post where you can screenshot. You are teaching how to use something, maybe a software or something on your website, and you want to show particular sections and explain what you are talking about visually. All you need to do to achieve that is to make a professional screenshot of those particular area. I know that if you are using Windows have a tool that you can use to take screenshots, but they do not produce quality screenshots. In this video, I am going to show you how to make professional screenshots where you can highlight things, point out things, you can blur some areas, you can do so many things on your screenshots to make it look professional. So let's dive in now. So we are going to use a software to achieve that, and the good part of it is that this software is free. Yeah, this software is free, and the name of the software is called Greenshot. It is an open source software, which means that it is totally free and it is being updated. It is free of charge. There is no limitation. There is no payment attached to it or whatsoever. And now look at what Greenshot can help you do. They said this is their website. All you just need to do is to go to getgreenshot.org. Now, Greenshot is the most awesome tool for making screenshots you can get on your Windows PC. And I can really attest to that. It makes awesome screenshots. Now, what is Greenshot? Greenshot is a lightweight screenshot software tool for Windows with the following keys. You can quickly create shortcuts of a selected region, window, full screen. You can even capture complete scrolling web pages from Internet Explorer, for those that are still using Internet Explorer anyway. You can easily annotate, highlight, or obfuscate parts of the screenshots. So I'm going to show you how to do all this. I'm going to take you step by step to show you how to use this software to create awesome screenshots. And it does a whole lot more. So all you need to do is to click on this button and you can just download it free of charge. So when you download it, it will be stored on your system or your computer, and all you need to access it, the easiest way to access this software is actually to go to this button here, and you can see it here, Greenshot. Now you can also use the print screen button on your keyboard to access this particular software, because when it is installing, by default it is set up to work with your print screen button on your keyboard. You can either open it here, click on it, and it will ask you which region, which place, what do you want to capture. So you can just select. You can see print screen, that is the default selection. So when you press the print screen button on your keyboard, it will open this option for you, just like I am doing right now. So I just did that, and it will open up this to ask me where I want to capture. This is how to just do a capture. You just highlight the particular area that you want to capture. Yes, I want to capture here, and that will be all. So now I have so many options here. I can save what I've just screenshotted. I can open it in an image editor, which this software has. This is another good thing about this software. It has an image editor, and that's what we are going to use to do wonders with this software. Now I can also copy it and paste it into maybe MS Word or any other application I am using that accepts copy and paste, I can equally do that. I can send it to printer and print it out, send it to Outlook. This is a email client that I use, Mozilla Thunderbird, so you might not see this on your software. So you can send it to any of these applications. You can even upload it to Dropbox, upload it to Flickr, and all that. So now I am going to dive into the image editor because that is where the magic happens. Okay, so let's dive in now to the image editor. I'll just click on it and we will allow it to open. So it has opened. Now you can see this is exactly the screenshot we made. So now you can equally from here send this screenshot into any of these applications. Let me do MS Word for you to see what I'm talking about. I just click on MS Word. So it's going to open my MS Word with this same screenshot on it. So while I wait for my MS Word to open, so let me walk you through other things on this software. This is where you can save, you can copy, you can print, all that I showed you. Now you can see my MS Word has opened. You can see instantly it brought in that screenshot into my MS Word application. It brought it in directly, so I can use it, assuming I'm creating an ebook, a tutorial, a walkthrough ebook where I want to show screenshots of different, aspects of what I'm explaining. So you can just import it right away. It does the same for any of all these other applications that you have here. So now let's look at some of the things this software can do. First, we can draw a rectangle, right? So assuming I want to highlight a place like this. So I've highlighted it. So I can give it a color. Maybe I want to make that point, to be visible. Then I can increase the border. Okay. Then I can give it a background shadow, drop shadow, or either remove it. So I just remove. By default, it will add a drop shadow, but you can decide to remove it. So I have just highlighted this area now. So you can see that is just that. So I can also decide to move this, to crop it, assuming it was too much. I just want to get it to the exact point I want, and that will be that. Another thing I can equally do is to draw an eclipse or a circle. Now by default it draws an eclipse like this, so which you can as well draw to bring it out to the size that you want, or to cover the particular area that you want to highlight like this. Now you can see that it will use the default setting I used on the last this thing I made. So it also has the drop shadow on it. So that is for circle. Now if you want to draw a complete full circle, so you can click on that eclipse and hold your shift button on the keyboard and you get the full circle just like that. The same thing for the rectangle. If I want to draw a complete square, I can equally do that like this. You see, so this, because I've used it here, is using the default setting I have used here. So if I want to reduce it to 2, the thickness now is 2. So that is how to draw a square. So you can move it around. You can move what you do just by clicking on the line and drag it to wherever you want. Maybe you want to point out to something else. You can equally copy. So you can equally duplicate this. And you have that same option, and you can use it on another place. So that is how to draw a square. So let's move down to some other features on the software. Now the next thing we have here is to draw a line. So assuming I want to draw a line to point to something on the screenshot or on the image, so I'll just draw the line, and that is it. Just draw a line. So here too you can adjust the lines, maybe make it thick, change the color and all that. You can as well draw an arrow. So to draw an arrow, since the head of the arrow will always be at the top, so you draw from down up. You click and drag up, and you can draw an arrow like that. Okay, like this place, this thing I showed you before here, you can see that's how they did something like this. So you can change this one we did to a different color just by clicking on it. See, click on green, apply. You can increase the thickness. You see, we are having the same thing. You can also change the start point and end point, you know, point it to that place if assuming you made a mistake, or you can change it to like this, right? So you can make double arrow like that, or you don't want any arrow at all. So but we just want the arrow at top like this. So that is for arrow. Now you can also do a freehand line like this. You just want to, you know, draw a freehand line like this. Just want to draw a freehand line like this, or just something like this. So that is for freehand. Now you can equally write a text on it. So you just click and type your text here. So I know you cannot see everything, so all you just need to do is to expand it to have a closer view of your text. So when you are using text, you have more other options. So you can put a background on your text like this if you want. You can put a background. You can change the font. You can change the font size here. You can bold it. You can italize it. You can align it. Just basically the same text editing that you do in other applications. Now another thing we want to look at is how to add speech bubbles. You can actually add a speech bubble to your screenshot. So you just click on this speech bubble icon there and point down to where you want to add the bubble like this. Okay, and you can now write, for example, I want to say, what are you saying? Okay, so I just do that, and that will be that for speech bubble. So I can adjust it to the level I want, and adjust it to the level I want. Okay, you can equally move it to another place and all that. So that's for speech bubble. Now you can add a counter. Now this is very useful if you are doing a step-by-step process of your screenshot. For example, I want to point that when I'm writing the description that is explaining the screenshot, so I can, if I want to point out and say this is number 1, this is number 2, this, so instead of using the text and write 2 and other, so this software has a very good feature for you to do that. So all you need to do is to click on this add counter, and once you click on this here, it will add 1 automatically. You do here, it adds 2. You do here, it adds 3. So it makes your work easy. So when you are writing your description to explain your screenshot, you can say number 1, which you have already highlighted here, number 2, which you have already highlighted on the image. So that is that. And the good thing, you can equally change these counters to actually align with your branding. You see, so you can change the color. Assuming your brand color is, let's say, red. Let me use red, or let me use my favorite color. I love blue. So if my favorite color is blue, I just use apply. You can see, and it will just, so before you start doing, you can actually do it before, change the brand color so that any other one you do will actually use that. For example, now if I do for here, for example, you can see it will assume that setting that I use for my brand color. So this is how you are going to achieve a very good numbering, or identifying a particular places using numbers with this software. So now let's move to the next option again, which is highlight. So just like the way you can highlight using a highlighter on a book, so you can equally do that using this software. So you want to highlight place like this, okay? Want to highlight. So now the highlight has different options that you can use. You can highlight a text area like this. You can highlight an area. You see, highlighting an area, now it will blur all the other area and only highlight that selection that you made. You can as well do a green screen where it will change everything you have to green screen. You can also magnify where you want to make that particular place to be big, depending on what you want to do. So the option is limitless, but I just want to use the simple highlight here, which is just, I want to just highlight this text, and as usual you can change the color to something else that you want, especially using your brand color. Then if you want the border to have thickness, you can equally do that. See, but I don't normally like having border around it. So that is for highlights. Then there is this obfuscate that you have here, where you can hide sensitive areas of your screenshot. Assuming there are some sensitive information or private information that you do not want people to see, like passwords, credit card details, or whatever, you can use this feature to do that. So you just click on this button here. Then you also have two options to use. You can either pixelate it or you can blur. So let's do pixelate and see. So assuming that here, for example, is a password, so I don't want anybody to see this password, you see, so I just pixelate it. You can also adjust the pixelate size here. See, you can do that here. Now I can also use the blur option, so where I'll just blur it a little. See, you can use the blur option. So that is what you use this obfuscate to do. Now there is also effects that this thing has. This software, like I told you, this software is so awesome. So you can create a border around your screenshots, like now, like this. You can see it has added a border. I can also add radius to my border. So I can add a border to my screenshots, just like this. But one thing I figured out about this software is that when you use this effects option, the options does not undo. So that's, as at when I'm recording, that's one thing I found out that it does not do. So any other effect that you use will add up to that one, just like this. Now you can see I just added the second option, which is drop shadow, so where it added this edge, this border around it. You can see the previous one I added is still there. You can also do what they call turn edge, where it will give your border a turn edge. It looks cool anyway. Looks cool. Give it one unique feature. Then you can as well do There's another option there, Grayscale, where you turn most of the things, everything on your screenshot to Grayscale, except all the other features that you added. You can see like these ones now, they did not turn to Grayscale at all. Now there's this other option again, Grayscale effect has undo. That's what I also find out. Then you can invert. So this where the background becomes black and the text becomes white. So something like, you know, what we have on Facebook and the other apps today, where they have what they call dark mode. So that's exactly what this thing does, you know, dark mode. So you can undo that. So the two I found out that cannot undo are this first one, the border, the drop shadow, and the turn edge. So the Grayscale can undo, the invert can undo. So now let's look at another feature here called crop. Okay, crop enables you to crop, assuming you don't want to use the whole screenshot. Maybe when you are doing the screenshot, you mistakenly selected an area you did not want, so you can actually use this crop feature to, you know, cut off some areas. I'll just click on this red button to this green button to confirm, and that will be it. So you can see I've cut off those background that I added then. So I can actually add another effect again if I want, just like this. Now there's this other feature where you can just rotate like this, like this. So depending on this, just for fun, you can turn like this too, just the same feature. Then here you can resize your screenshot to a specific size. So you just click on that resize and you put in the size here. So if you want to have a aspect ratio where if you adjust the width, it will also adjust the height. So make sure you pick this checkbox here, so that whatever you adjust here will control this one. So assuming I want to make it say 1000, you can see that it will automatically adjust this, and when I click OK, it has resized it to that exact size. So if you go down here, you also see the size is showing you here at the bottom. This is all about this software. You can see how awesome this software is. It's very, very good to create your ebook, tutorial, blog post, whatever you are showing. You want to, maybe you're a designer or something, you want to send a screenshot to a client and you want to highlight specific areas with arrows, with colors, with points, with text, whatever you want to do, this software will help you create or do a professional screenshot. A professional screenshot that will make you look professional. So we are done with everything we want to do. So all we need to do is to just click on save. Okay, so there are different save options here. Save directly using preferred output settings, then save by giving it a name. So I'll just save it, our screenshots. Okay, saving it on desktop. You can select the different file type. You can save as BMP, GIF, JPG, PNG, even ICO. You can save, but by default it enables you to save as PNG, which is a high quality, you know, image option. So we'll save. So we can go to my desktop to see what the screenshot will make. So you can see it, the screenshot here. The screenshot is just right here waiting for us. So we can use it. Let's say we are creating an ebook. So I want to import it into my ebook I was creating. For example, if I was doing it ebook using MS Word, even if it's on Google Draw, all you just need to do is to, you know, insert the image. You can insert the image. Okay, so this is the screenshot that we made. You can see everything we did is just right here waiting for us. So like I said, you can use it in any other place, any application, your blog post, whatever. So now, assuming I want to use it inside this document, all I just need to do is to click on Insert Pictures. I'll go to Desktop and I click on it, and we have it right here. Okay, so I'm sure you enjoy this walkthrough video. I'll be doing similar videos to help you automate your work and make your work look professional, provide you with digital tools, solutions to make your work fun and easy. I would like you to please subscribe to this channel, like this video, and please share it with your friends, and let's grow together. Okay, so till I come back again, I'll see you in another video. Bye.